Good day. Today Thursday, September 8, 2022. Marshall Islands Chinese pair plotted small-scale state in Pacific country. A Chinese pair plotted to set up a mini-state on the Marshall Islands in the Pacific, bribing MPs and officers along the way, U.S. prosecutors say. The man and girl tried to persuade lawmakers to set up a semi-autonomous region, SAR, on a faraway atoll. Such an area would have elevated overseas get right of entry to the Pacific nation, which we administered till 1979. The Marshall Islands authorities are but to absolutely tackle the accusations, in spite of calls from opposition parties. However, U.S. specialists say the litigants, Carrie Yan and Gina Zhu, sabotaged the island country's sway. Their efforts noticed payments helping the SAR's advent debated in the Marshall Islands Parliament in 2018 and 2020, U.S. prosecutors say. Prosecutors allege a number of Marshall Island lawmakers, unidentified in the cost sheet, voted for the payments after receiving bribes ranging from $7,000 to $22,000, £6,100 to £19,000. The pair have been detained in Thailand in 2020 and extradited to the U.S. remaining week. Yan and Zhu's payoffs explicitly ridiculed the sway of the Republic of the Marshall Islands, and its lawmaking body expressed U.S. lawyer Damian Williams for the southern locale of New York. The Marshall Islands, a chain of islands positioned between Hawaii and Australia, gained independence in 1979 after being underneath the U.S. administration for 4 decades. How the supposed plot unfurled. Prosecutors say the Chinese pair operated a New York-based NGO via which they paid and liaised with Marshall Islands officials. Beginning in 2016, they reached Thailand delegates in a bid to make a SAR on the Rongelap Atoll, an area abandoned following the U.S. nuclear bomb looking at during the 1950s. U.S. authorities say Mr. Yan and Ms. Zhou aim to significantly alternate the laws on the island by way of reducing taxes and enjoyable immigration restrictions to entice overseas investment. They allege the pair wined and dined at least 6 Marshall Island officers and lawmakers, paying for flights and inns in New York and Hong Kong, the place the officers attended a convention advertising the SAR. One Authentic Who General Cash then appointed Mr. Yan as an exceptional advisor to the Marshall Islands. The pair additionally grew to be naturalized Marshall Island citizens. In 2018, lawmakers who had taken bribes brought an invoice assisting the proposed SAR into Parliament, U.S. prosecutors say. The defendants supplied and furnished a sequence of bribes and different incentives to achieve the help of legislators for the bill, the U.S. Justice Department indictment sheet reads. However, the invoice failed to ignore in Parliament after company opposition from the island's then-president, Hilda Heine. Ms. Heine around that time had accused opponents of working on China's behalf and trying to invulnerable the atoll to flip it into a country inside a country. But Ms. Heine misplaced the 2019 generic election. A new parliament in 2020 then exceeded a decision that encouraged the notion of the SAR, paving the way for a new consignment to be set up it. However, later that year Mr. Yan and Ms. Zhou had been detained in Thailand. They have been charged in the U.S. with overseas corruption, cash laundering, and bribery offenses. On Monday, ex-President Ms. Heine acquainted her voice with these upsetting Marshall Islands authorities to handle the issue. What are the Natijla Parliament and the authorities going to do about this massive black eye for the Marshall Islands? She asked, in accordance to neighborhood media. Thanks for watching, and subscribing to the channel.